Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Madam Speaker, I just want to rise on standing order number 1. I don't have my standing orders, but this is something that can be within your discretion. That, Madam Speaker, we are proceeding in this House like everything is normal, and we are hearing rumors of an air crash involving the CDF, Francis Ogolla, and 5 others. Madam Speaker, that is something of national interest and serious national concern. Our majority leader is here. I think it would be good if he can allay our fears, or if it is true, so that we can deal with this. And I think it would be appropriate for us as a House not to proceed with the Land Commission bill when we're having such a serious national or issue of national interest. Can he confirm whether the issue of the crash is true or whether it's merely a rumor? This is a very serious issue, Madam Speaker. Can we please be updated? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hear what the Honorable Millie says. All that I can confirm, Honorable Speaker, is that it's indeed true that there has been a crash of a KDF helicopter, which you have seen in the news, and being responsible leaders also, we do not want to speculate as to the cause of the crash. We are all awaiting news. It is being reported in the news that a number of people have lost their lives, and there are few who have survived. I think it's only fair that we leave it to the defense forces and the military to be able, because they're already on the ground, to confirm how many people have lost their lives, how many have survived, and once they identify the identity of those who are there, to maybe first communicate to their kin before the news is broken in any other manner. I think that's the most responsible thing to do. And let me take this opportunity to just convey my condolences to the families of those who may have lost loved ones in that crash, and say it is unfortunate that had to happen, I'm told, somewhere in Elgeyo Marakwet. And I would beg, Honorable Speaker, that we leave it at that, so that we do not get into speculation, since we do not know which officers were in that flight. We do not know who has survived, who has passed on, so that we allow the relevant authorities to do what they need to do. First, communicate to the families of the ones who may have lost their lives, and the country will be updated by the relevant authorities at the right time, Honorable Speaker. I would really beg that we leave that matter at that for now.
Honorable members, I see 2 interventions, but I will suggest that I will not entertain the points of order. I suggest, honorable members, that we proceed as per what has been stated by the majority leader, taking into account the sensitivity of the matter that has been raised by the Honorable Millie Odhiambo. Honorable members, I would like to state that we proceed as per the direction which has been given by the majority leader. Honorable members, I'm avoiding us getting into discussion on a matter in this House that is not very clear to us. So, members, I would like to request. Honorable members, I'll give an opportunity to the Honorable Peter Kihungi, member for Kangema. Are you in the House?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I start to support the bill by Honorable Bayer. Madam Speaker, I think one thing I can say is that the limitation that was put on the Act, on the last commission, on the timeline on when the historical injustices or cases to do with lands can be handled, Madam Speaker, could have affected a lot of some of the things that are very important and some of the land injustices that needed to be sorted. Madam Speaker, as per now, most of the lands, mostly at the counties, has been grabbed. And those who designed the land allocation during the land demarcation, mostly like you observe in the county government or the former local authorities, there was set aside the cemetery, whereby the people can have land maybe to bury those who are homeless, and mostly the provision or the planners who did the planning during that time had foreseen a situation whereby we can no longer continue to bury our people in our land. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I wish to start and say that those lands, mostly the cemetery at the counties, most of them, Madam Speaker, have already been grabbed. I had an instance in my constituency whereby a homeless person or a person who doesn't have land died, and we found that most of those cemeteries has been grabbed and occupied. Madam Speaker, we wish to support the bill whereby anybody who has government land or have grabbed a land, he must understand that that land remains to be a government land, however long it takes.
Sorry to disturb you, Mheshimiwa. I would like to give an opportunity for a point of order by the minority leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First and foremost, I'm raising on two issues. One, given the anxiety that has engulfed the nation following that helicopter incident, I don't think it will be proper for the House to continue its business as usual without clarity being provided on the nature of that particular helicopter incident and the casualties, if any. So it would be proper, indeed, as a way of honoring those who have been affected one way or the other by that incident, for the House to adjourn, really, to adjourn and resume maybe later, maybe next week. Yes. But more seriously, the House has got a quorum. More seriously. All other ones are basically, but more seriously, there's no quorum. So I think we just have to adjourn and, yes, thank you.
How are you?
Yeah, so he was on a point of order, and he has raised the matter of quorum. So we just follow the procedure for quorum. So I order that the bell is rung for 10 minutes. Sergeant at Arms.
The quorum bell is currently on at the National Assembly, owing to the mere fact that the House has this afternoon lacked quorum to proceed with its business this afternoon. Previously, before the Speaker directed that the quorum bell be rung, a member stood on a point of order, notifying the Speaker that the House had lacked quorum. And according to the member, the House was not really in the mood to continue debating the National Land Commission Amendment Bill 2023, owing to the just breaking news on our televisions this afternoon of a chopper crash, a military chopper crash in West Pokot County that is said to be carrying about 8 top officials in the military. As we await the briefing from the right channels of communication in regards to this matter, and as we await for the House to raise the quorum this afternoon, if indeed that will be achieved this afternoon, allow me to take you through some of the provisions and proposals in the National Land Commission Amendment Bill. This is National Assembly Bills number 43 of the year 2023. The principal object of this particular bill is to amend the National Land Commission Act number 5 of 2012 to confer back to the National Land Commission the powers to continue reviewing all grants, dispositions of the public land, and establish their property, as well as matters legality, since Section 14 of the Act has since lapsed. As it is at this particular juncture, the Commission is right now inhibited from addressing any complaints dealing with public land and providing redress, even where there are clear and apparent cases of illegality in the dispositions relating to the public land. This is a matter that members of the National Assembly had resumed debate on this afternoon, with members giving their insightful comments and contributions in regards to various amendments in the National Lands Amendment Bill in support of why the National Lands Commission needs to be empowered. The bill further seeks to allow that the National Land Commission continue admitting and processing historical land injustices claims, since the Act provides that a historical land claim may only be admitted, registered, and processed by the National Land Commission if it is brought within the 5 years from the date of commencement of the Act. In the provisions under this particular bill is that the National Lands Commission, after investigating any case of historical land injustice, refer to it, shall commend a couple of remedies, among them restitution, compensation, if it is impossible to restore the land. The Commission could also recommend resettlement as an alternative land. The Commission could equally recommend that there be rehabilitation through the provision of social infrastructure, affirmative action program for the marginalized groups and communities, as well as creation of waivers and easements. The Commission could also recommend the revocation and reallocation of the land, and equally order for revocation of an official declaration in respect to any public land and matters to reallocation. In matters to do with land injustices in the country, if this particular bill is adopted by the House with its amendments and later sent to and becomes law, the National Land Commission will have more powers to even recommend sale and sharing of the proceeds of the land in question, recommend refund to bona fide third-party purchasers after evaluation or declaratory and preservation orders, including injunctions. And upon determination of a historical land injustice claim by the Commission, any authority mandated to act under the redress recommended shall be required to do so within 3 years. We await for the National Assembly to raise quorum this afternoon, after which the House Speaker is addressing the House. Allow me to hand you over.
(2024) at 2:30 p.m.